Hello and welcome to this live stream with me, Thomas George. So the whole point of this live stream is so I can make some of my own vlog music. So basically I want to try and make my own video blogs, and I have been using other people's kind of streams and music off Audio Jungle and stuff, which is cool, but I'd rather use my own. If it's about music production, I'll film more kind of genuine using my own music. So this is on Facebook Live right now. This is only the second ever live stream I've done. I've messed it up a few times, but that's just the way of the game. Same in music, same in video. You're going to get it wrong a lot. So during these live streams, you'll probably see me make a few mistakes. If you look at my video courses, a lot of the time it's all nice and perfect, but in reality, behind the scenes, it's not going to be like that. There's always going to be mistakes. There's always going to be stuff that goes wrong. And that's just the nature of the game. That's how it works. So thanks to the people watching already. Any comments about the audio would be amazing. So it looks like everything's going okay. If you can hear me all right, would be cool. I think we're just coming out of one headphone. So I'm just going to change this audio really quickly. But yeah, like I said, the whole point of this is just to show you my process in making music and show you how I actually do this, because the way I actually do it might be different to you. You might learn a few things, and hopefully you might pick up a few tips. And of course, yeah, should be fun as well. So I've got a few different angles. So I've got a zoomed in angle, and I've got this little controller here where I can put myself down to the left and also down to the right. I'm just going to make a load of music on Ableton. The way I do it is I just get a load of clips, whack it all together, and then I spend 90% of the time just arranging. And that's basically how I like to make music. Make a load of clips and arrange. So previously, on the stream that actually went down, I put a few clips together, and yeah, this is kind of what it sounds like so far. So that's basically it. The way I've done this is built around kind of slash chords. So I'm using a G minor with a C instead of the D. So it's the G minor sus4, because I'm swapping the fifth for a fourth. Well, you might not call it a sus4, might call it a fourth, a G minor fourth. And then I'm just descending the root note down for the high note. And then the bass note's actually just playing a groove, just a riff over and over again. So you kind of get the combination of the slash chords with the constant bass line to create that kind of colour, but also a bit of movement without actually giving movement in the bass, which is kind of a lot of sound I like to create. It's quite popular in R&B music. It's the kind of thing I like to do. If you notice my eyes are going to the side, I'm just checking the live stream, because this is only the second real live stream I've done. So I'm still a little bit nervous, like if it's going to work or not. If this is the kind of thing you guys or girls are into, please let me know and I'll continue doing them. If not, I'll just continue doing them and not put the camera on. Because I'm going to be doing this anyway, I thought I might as well just record my process, because it might help you out, it might be entertaining. I might say some funny stuff, hopefully. So where I got up to was I had this part here, which is basically the riff. Let's just hear this. Pretty basic. And then I added on this. Just another stab. Just built around that kind of a G minor with a fourth. Then I added this in. So arpeggio. We can always pan these. Then we've got a lot of stuff going on there. Then I just added on a kick drum. I tuned the kick drum. And that's basically it. So now what I want to do is I want to actually add a drum rack and create more of the beat and rhythm. So let's just create new MIDI instrument. And I've been using Serum for these synths, which I really do like. I do recommend getting Serum if you want to make electronic music. So let's go an instrument and let's go on drum rack. Let's drag this over. And at the moment, I really like the Lex Luger kit. It's a little bit overused, I know, but I really do like it for this kind of ambient trip hop trap sound, because that's the kind of thing I want. It's a bit like Casey Neistat, if I said his name right or wrong. He has like a lot of kind of ambient trip hop songs in his vlogs, which I think pretty cool. It works. And instead of using Audio Jungle tracks, I want to create my own, which I'm probably going to put on Audio Jungle as well. So if you want to use the ones I'm using, feel free to go on there and buy them. They're not going to be much, only a few quid. Just my own personal satisfaction, really. If I'm making videos about music production, I should be making my own music, not using other people's. That's my theory on it anyway. So Lex Luger drum kit, I do really like this. Like, it is a little bit cheesy like this, but I like it. I think it's pretty cool. And the great thing about Ableton Live is you can just drag and drop your own samples in the drum kit. Oh yeah, that is a snare. Nice big reverberated snare. Yeah, nice hat. Simple. Just going to leave this as for now. Turn the monitor on. Let's find it. Change the octaves. Going to put it up an octave. Done. Okay, and let's just turn the volume up of this. And of the clap. And then I'm just going to basically just groove it in, and I can record several different patterns. Then when I record the arrangement and arrange it, I can choose and I can play it in live, which I think normally works. So really simple, just a snare on the 4th beat to start with. Oh, just keeping it nice and simple. Always build it up and add more kind of interesting rhythms. That record, where'd it go? Let's do that again. It's not exactly difficult to do. So it wasn't quite in time, but what I actually want to do is put this slightly out of time. Quantize with Command and U. And I like to put the snare slightly out of time, just to give a bit of a swing, really. So just highlight them all and just drag them slightly out of time. And let's just check. So it's just 4 of these little blocks, or 1 of these bigger ones, just to add a bit of a swing and rhythm. So it's not too rigid, because a lot of time electronic music can just sound really rigid. Okay, cool. Let's add on another snare part. And of course, this is what I did yesterday. Make sure you turn on the monitor. Something really simple like that. Command A, Command U to quantize. And then if you recall, it was one of these. Okay, let's hear this back now. I don't really like that. I just like it on the 4th. To keep it simple. Cigar, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining me. So feel free to ask me any questions or any shout outs, anything you want, or insult me on YouTube chat. Just to know I'm getting some reaction, just to know you guys are watching, and especially if this is the kind of thing you want me to do. If you think it's a complete waste of time what I'm doing, tell me. If you think it's awesome, think it's great or fun or kind of interesting, let me know. This is just my kind of process I do for making a few beats, really. And then let's add in some hats. Let's add another one here. And this is something I always forget, the monitor. and it's quite hard to play that. I was going to do like a bass guitar really. Obviously you can go in the piano roll and change it, but there's something quite pleasurable about just playing it all in live. Something like that. Oh, let's Command A, Command U, and then let's just hear this back. Turn off monitor. And of course, I missed a few at the start. And the great thing about Ableton Live or any digital audio workstation is you can just edit it and change it after. So I like that bit, and then I'm just going to go through, change this a second time, and maybe add a bit more of a roll towards the end. Hopefully this will work. Also, if you guys are watching the chat, let me know if the audio sounds okay, if the levels are bad or anything like that, just so I know. Would be great. That kind of thing. I might add a bit more of a roll, get that kind of trap sound going. Let's try that. Ooh, let's see what this sounds like. Could sound good, could sound awful. Yeah. So I really want this hi-hat roll where there is a bit of space. So there isn't really any space. So let's just move this over, because it's all about creating space for each instrument to be heard. If there's too much going on, like it kind of is the arpeggio at the moment, I will change this in the arrangement. It just becomes mush. A lot of this is just trial and error. Okay, yeah, I'm liking that roll there. I'm just going to copy this first bit over and then tweak it and change it slightly throughout. Because a lot of the time when I'm making music like this, I just find one bit that I like, and the rest of it I just delete. It's kind of how I like to roll at making music. So what I'm doing that right now, if you just tuned in, I'm just making a hi-hat pattern for this little rhythm for my vlog music. So this is basically just music for my YouTube channel. So instead of using other people's songs, I just want to make my own, just little background sounds, background music while I'm talking or I'm doing shots of anything, because I want to start incorporating vlogs, kind of travel vlogs, going to events, that kind of thing, just to make it a bit more interesting and for myself as well, so I can kind of document my life and the stuff that I'm doing. Maybe move that there. No. Okay, this kind of thing I think is okay for now. It's that one I don't like. But in reality, I'd spend a lot more time making a hi-hat pattern like this. If you think, oh, you're spending 10 minutes just doing a hi-hat pattern. If you want to make a song, you might spend a whole day just making a pattern. It's getting there. It's just... kind of basic, but I think that'll do for the purpose of this. Let's just make it that size, just a simple little 2-bar thing. Can always go in and change it after. So right, so now, what I'm going to do is actually copy this and whack it in the snare. Okay, so now we should have a little drum part. Delete that one. Let's change this into a bass part. Add the sub. Maybe I'll just drop this a few octaves. Don't think there's a WT position is the position of the waveform. Yeah, there's just one waveform here. So I might change this pluck sound into, let's try a bass part. Oh. Okay, I think that could work. We could also automate this filter as we're going along. I might try and add on LFO onto the filter. Let's try that. Okay, let's hear this in the mix. Let's add a bit of distortion. Add some drive. Turn it down. Change the pan to center. So a lot more could be done to this. I'm still not 100% happy, but I've got a few ideas. I might just write a load of different things and kind of do, as Deadmau5 says, Mr. Potato Head. So write your own parts and then just chop and splice it all together. So let's get back to it. Okay, so it looks like the stream's still working, which is good, as this is only the second one I've done before, so I'm a little bit paranoid it's all gonna crash, but that's the way it goes. Same in music. But like I was saying before, it's all about getting that creative headspace. So if you're just thinking about technical stuff, you're going to be in the wrong side of your brain. You want to be in that creative zone, that kind of flow state where you can just write. So now I'm going to change this drum pattern around. Let's try it on there. Move the snare and then change these hats a little bit, just so we've got a bit of a variation. And one thing I need to do is save, Command S. I always forget to do that. And one thing let's do is actually color. Thanks for that, Splice. Color the tracks. So let's color this different track. And another thing is label. I always forget to label. Let's hear this. So Command R. Let's call it riff. Kind of the bass for now. I might change that. Sounds a little weird at the moment. That's arpeggio. So rename arp. And this is a kick 1. Kick 2. And hats and snare. Okay, cool. Right, let's see what we've got so far. Let's do a little bit of an arrangement now. We can do this really quickly in the session view of Ableton Live. Just going to get rid of these hats. Change this to a different color. Preferably not the one that's the same as the rest. That one, two, yeah, cool, red. And then can make a bit of an arrangement. I like the arpeggio. I think I'm going to start with that. Let's not delete the bass yet. And then just build it up. So that's just a hat. Then we'll add the kick. Then we'll add these drums. Just really basic Ableton arrangement. Let's drop that down, then bring the riff back with the hi-hats. That one. Okay, let's just hear what this sounds like. Hopefully it's doing something. Okay, let's give it a quick arrangement. That bass sound needs to change. Okay, so something like that's kind of the arrangement I've got so far. This bass sounds awful. So let's just go through in Serum, change it around a little bit. So these are actually some presets I got off a guy called Synth Hacker. I paid like $20 for a load of them. I have no affiliate deal with him at all. I just like to use them as a starting point, and then I go through and tweak. What you really should do is go in and make your own. I've got a workshop called Beyond the Music Workshop. If you go on tomasgeorge.com. Oh, here you go. And then tomasgeorge.com/workshop. And then you can actually access my workshop for free, where I tell you about recording your own sounds, sampling and reamping. But for now, I'm just going to be using this kind of thing. I might try a lead sound and pitch it down. got some kind of high pass on it. Let's try another one. Right, let's try a trance and progressive bass. That's kind of more of a classic. Add a bit of distortion on that. It's only one wave position. Add on another oscillator. That sounds cool. Kind of the detuning. I like that. I quite like it just like that. Let's hear what this sounds like in the mix. There's still way too much going on. I just need to arrange the heck out of this. I like the arpeggio. The rest of it, not so sure. And let's get rid of splice. Splice is basically a way you can rent a serum, so you can pay $10 a month rather than buying it for $180. So if you want to do that, because you never know, you might not be using serum in 6 months' time. So that's what I'm thinking. This is cool. I like this. And then I want to add the hi-hats. So let's just hit Command I. Then I might add the bass here. I want the hi-hats as well. Let's try this. This one. I'm going to try and... It's a little bit too rigid at the moment. Let's just try move these around. I kind of want it a bit more swung. Because at the moment it's a little bit too straight and robotic. If I do this, I can kind of make a bit more of a feel to it. That kind of thing. Now that needs to be there. I think that's better. Sounds a little bit less rigid. So what I really want is that hi-hat when there's space in the bass, because it's all about creating space, I think, personally. So there. So there's where I want. So 5.43 is where I want the rolls in the hi-hats. So like that, yeah. I think there's too many hats as well. That's better. Let's sort this arpeggio out as well. I think it's a little bit too stabby. I want to make it, if that's the right word, it's a bit smoother. Let's try it stabbier. That's quite cool, actually. Let's try a few different rhythms. Where have we gone? I think down was cool. In fact, I might just try and mute that arpeggio for a while and just keep it really simple. Just put the bass up there. I'm feeling just make this really straight and just put it forward to the floor. Rather than this whole feel. So let's just change this to 4 to the floor. So obviously crotchets, so 1/4 note. Let's just hear what this sounds like. Oh. These are kind of tuned as well. Doesn't necessarily need to be, but it's nice to tune the kick drum. Okay, so we've got this kick, which is that one. I'm going to colour these slightly different just so I know what's going on. Let me know some feedback from you guys as well, because a lot of the time I do this, obviously I don't talk, so it's a little bit different for me talking. Let's just check if the stream's working. It looks like it's all good, and thank you for everyone for watching. I've been for half an hour already. Literally feels like I've been doing this for 10 seconds, so that's pretty cool. So let's just hear this. I'm feeling more of a straight housey vibe. Tempo is 1-2-2, just pretty housey tempo. So let's hear this. Now I've got this bass line, it's a bit more house. I could add some percussion. Let's hear it now. Maybe even change the hats so they're just straight. Okay, we're getting a different kind of vibe now. I can still use this for a video. Here to record, thanks for tuning in. So this guy is actually helped me out a lot while I was watching some of his live streaming videos. So if you want to get into live streaming, I recommend checking out Here to Record's channel. Right, I like this more. I think this vibe is a lot better. This kind of housey vibe rather than the kind of trap thing I was doing before. So the arrangement is kind of all over the place. So I'm just going to strip it down. So I like this bass part. The arpeggio, I might not use. I'll keep one there just in case I go back to it. But let's just delete that. So now we've got this drum part, which is just a clap. Let's move that around a bit. That's better, yes. It's the and of 4. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Let's add the hi-hats. I don't like the rolls now. I just want straight hi-hats. As I'm kind of doing a housey vibe, the whole trip hop rolled hats, I don't think it's going to work. So let's just try this. That's the great thing about making music. You just experiment and stuff just changes all the time. You don't necessarily have to stick to the same drum and make it sound the same all the time. Now I'm going to add the kick. Okay, yeah, I'm feeling this. So that I like. The rest of it, let's delete. Then I'm going to build it around this. That's the thing, when you're making music, you never know. Stuff can. One idea, like the reason I like that is because I like this kind of offbeat bass sound. And to me, that sounds pretty housey. And I'm going to strip. That's the thing. Spend 10 minutes making hi-hats, then you just delete them. But you've got to do what works for the track. You shouldn't have any emotional connection to a certain part. I've had it before, especially playing in bands where like one of the band members is emotionally connected because they made the guitar riff or something, and they have to put the guitar riff in, even though you listen back to the song, you need to do what works for the track, not have any emotional connection, because I like this C minor 7 or whatever. So much more space now. Before it was just kind of too mushy. Now we've got space, everything that can be heard nice and clear. Add the kick, and then we need some kind of riff. There we go. Nice tempo as well. I'm feeling this. Let's get rid of the arpeggiator. Turn the monitor on. Oh, turn the track on. Octave up. Right, let's go in and change the sound. I want something a bit kind of strung out a bit more. If that makes any sense. So let's try deep house leads. Let's try what else there is. Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay, let's record this then. Let's arm it for record. Really simple, just a G. That's all it was. Let's quantize this. Okay, and then hopefully it should be in time. I kind of want. I'm gonna go in the piano right editor here and just change stuff around. Ba bum, bum 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 bum. Oh, that's quite good. A lot of the time you don't quite get what you want, but you can still make it sound pretty good. Okay, I'm really just messing around with this, seeing what rhythms I can get. Okay, I'm liking that. I just like the first bit. And copy that over. Or just move the loop markers here. Yeah, I'm liking this. I feel like this is starting to sound a bit less rubbish. I feel like it's starting to sound more like something I could use. If you say there's like a drone footage of a sunset or something, you could have something like this. Or people dancing. I feel like this tuning is too nice as well. Let's rename this to riff. I kind of want to detune it a little bit. I feel like it sounds a bit dark if it's slightly out of tune. There we go. I was like, tuning's not doing anything. There we go. Try a low pass oscillator on here. Okay, cool. Let's change this one. Just got a filter on there. Well, EQ to roll off some of the low end. So let's go on riff. Let's add something else in. So let's make sure the monitor is on. Something that I always forget to do. I want something a bit more kind of key sounding. Let's hear this. That's nice, but I don't think that'll suit the song. That's the same one I used in the last track. No reason why I can't use it again. Let's put the cutoff up a bit. Octave down. I'm just going to hold that, then add an arpeggio. I think might sound nice. Let's just arm this to record. Add a bit of harmony now. Go. Okay, so basically that, obviously it sounds a bit rubbish at the moment, but if we quantize it and then stick a nice little arpeggio, we might be able to get something a bit more interesting. There we go. Okay, cool. So do need to kind of trim this for the arpeggios, or sometimes it will just run a bit short or go a bit over. Something like that. I feel like this is starting to sound more like a track now. I'm going to do a little bit of an arrangement in the session view as well. And then I'm going to add an arpeggio. It might not work, might sound rubbish. File save, Command S to save. That's something I always forget to do all the time. And I've lost tracks in the past just because I'm too lazy or too stupid to hit Command and S or Control S if you're on PC. So let's go on to MIDI effects. Let's go on Arpeggiator. And let's just whack something in. Okay, thanks to everyone who's watching, by the way. I appreciate it. Some feedback would be great. Thanks to Sagar and Here to Record for watching so far and leaving some comments. Okay, so let's just add on an arpeggio. And let's just hear what this sounds like. Ah, that's why. Make sure the marker's in the right place. Let's change the tune. It sounds too kind of nice to me at the moment. That sounds quite cool. Now I'm going to add on a low pass oscillator onto the level. Let's add the same one onto this level. Add some distortion, I think will sound cool. Like that, yeah. This could be a breakdown. And then we could actually add on the kick drum back here. Then we could add on some pads. Command A, just to add a blank thing there. And let's just add some pads on. Hopefully my CPU can handle another track. So I'm going to insert a MIDI track. And get rid of that. And then let's go on to plugins. VST, Serum. I'm liking Serum at the moment, if you haven't noticed. Hopefully my CPU doesn't explode. That's the only thing I don't like about Serum, the CPU. It eats up. I've got a pretty fast Mac, and yeah, it still eats up. Deep House Keys, cheeky little preset. I shouldn't be using presets, but for stuff like this. Oh, let's try that. Let's try that. That can add some really big reverb on. Okay. Let's get some chord progressions first. So I've kind of got this is kind of a G with a C. That's kind of what you'd expect, but I want to try and flip it around a bit so it's not as you'd expect. Up to the B flat. Because okay, that's kind of a B flat with a second instead of a third, so B flat sus2. I like that chord. I think it's a good idea to put chords in that aren't too predictable. If you just do, it's a bit like, yeah, I saw that come. But if you do, or maybe not that one, but this one I like. Yeah, let's put that in. Try that. I think that could work for a breakdown. Sounds a little bit messy at the moment because there's so much stuff going on. So if we quantize this, Command A, Command U, I think that'll be in time. There's still loads more stuff you could do. So let's just maybe we could just get rid of the riff and then bring the riff in here with the kick drum. Ooh. Okay, let's save this. And let's just we'll do a quick little bash of the arrangement. Oh, hi to D2NI49S, if that's your real name. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi. Let's have a listen to this. So it's a nice, simple introduction. I just imagine I like to make music for a purpose, really, rather than doing art for art's sake at the moment, because I kind of feel like the music industry is changing. If you do want to sell music, if you do want to make music, the easiest way and the best way to do it is to make it for a purpose. And for movies and even like videos and YouTube, it's a massive industry now. Stuff like Audio Jungle, check out that site if you haven't looked at it. Loads and loads of people use that as part of the Envato kind of tree for making music and buy music for their videos and stuff. So for this, I imagine like a panning over drone shot of like a kind of like Miami or somewhere, like a big dance music capital, and then it kicks in, people dancing. That's what I imagine in my head when I'm making this music. I like to put a lot of image with pictures as well, image with music as well. But this is just my rambling of what I'm imagining right now, rather than just writing it. Then I've got more of an image of starting out nice and relaxed, people dancing, and then the breakdown and the imagery fitting, or the music fitting the image. I feel like that rhythm just makes you want to dance, and the clashings of the two rhythm gives you a bit of Bit of kind of a Latin feel I'm feeling. A lot of work needs to be done there. Maybe scrap that arpeggio. We can bring the drums in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's why. Okay, let's try that bit again. Ah, make sure the arrows are in the right place. Hopefully you can learn from my mistakes. There we go. I'm not liking that. This arpeggio riff, so I'm just going to get rid of that. Then make sure these arrows are in the correct place. Make sure a loop is on. Save it. And there we go. What is going on there? Whoa, that is really bad. Okay, it's completely out of time. There we go. Now it should sound right. What am I thinking there? Just zoom in a bit. Over here, whoop. That's meant to be an E flat. There we go. I don't know why I put an F there. Whoop. Okay, and then I'm just going to copy this over again. Whoa. I need to learn the shortcuts for Ableton really, but I keep on getting confused with the shortcuts between Ableton and Logic Pro, because I know Logic Pro like the back of my hand really now, and Ableton is, I don't know how to make music on it, but some of the shortcuts I'm still quite new to. So a lot of it is just learning the shortcuts and not getting confused with Logic Pros. Right, let's just hear this, see if this little vibe works. Does it go there? Obviously I've chopped that out. Right, I can't get the rhythm. What am I doing? So the easiest thing to do is just copy another one. That's right. And then just move this bass note down to a E flat. Okay, cool. So it was. I believe I put a G in there as well. Let's have a look. And then let's change this F to a G. And I think it should work. Then I need to add this over. Hey Francis for stopping by. Thanks for saying hello. Franciso, I think it is. I'm really bad with any non-simple names, or I'm sure it's simple for you, but any names that aren't really common for an English person like John or Paul. I'm really bad, so I apologise if I say anyone's name wrong. It's my name ignorance, which I'm trying to educate myself with slowly. I wonder why I did that. Weird. So obviously I copied something wrong. But yeah, so basically if you just tuned in, I'm just making some music for some of my vlogs. I'm imagining now this is kind of a drone shot. That's why. Ah. That's why it's being weird. Okay. I forgot about the bass line. Right, okay. That's the thing. If there's something going wrong, you can always work it out. Or just undo it. Play it in again. It's not that difficult. 6:30 a.m. Mark Stewart. Well, here it's 12:30 in the afternoon in Leeds in the UK. Thanks for watching at 6:30. Wow, you're pretty hardcore on the production at 6:30, watching the videos. I'm normally asleep at that time, but yeah, it's good to get up and do some productive. I do find early morning is better than late night for making music. Personally, a lot of people, I know Deadmau5 likes to make music really late at night, so he gets his head in that kind of sleepy state, really, where you're not really thinking and you're just doing. And I guess you can make more creative music like that. But me personally, I like to be wide awake when I'm doing stuff. But just experiment and see what's going on. Okay, right. I got it, finally. Okay, really easy part. Let's see what this sounds like with the kick and the drums. That works. Apart from the snare, sounds like shit. Let's change it to 2 and 4. Keep it simple. I'm going to change the snare sound as well. I liked it with this kind of trip hop vibe, but now it's just too reverberated. So Ableton drum rack is so easy to do this. Let's find a layered snare. Whoa. Sorry if this is a bit loud. So let's go classic. I'll turn this down a little bit. Try this nice big boomy. Yeah. Let's pitch it a little bit. I like that, yeah. Then let's add the bass line in. Okay, actually, let's just hear what I've got so far. I've been doing this for an hour now. Hopefully, I've got a bit more of a track, a bit more of an arrangement I can actually use. And yeah, thanks to everyone who's tuning in. Thanks to people who've been watching and leaving comments. I really appreciate it. Let me know if you think this is something that you enjoy or might be useful. And let me know if there's parts of it you don't like, just so I can make it a bit better for you guys. But if you don't really like it, I'm still going to be doing this. The reason I do this is because I enjoy it, and also for a purpose, because I want to make some music for my own videos. Just for my own personal satisfaction. Sure, I can pay like $5, $10, $15 to use someone else's music royalty free, but I'd rather just make my own. It's more satisfying. I feel like if I'm doing videos about music production, I should be doing my own music. It's kind of cheating, really, if you've got someone else's track there. And it's good fun. It gives me an excuse to write music. Because a lot of the time, it's quite hard to actually find the time to make music. Obviously, we've all got lives and stuff to do. And yeah, if we can find a nice excuse to make some music, it's great just to sit back, relax, make some tunes, which it's all about really. So we've got this kind of, sounds pretty different now. This kind of housey vibe at the moment. Then we get this rhythm coming in. This bit. If I hit it into at least do some kind of transition here. Obviously it's a bit abrupt at the moment. Well, this could be the start of the song. Doesn't necessarily have to have that bass riff. This needs a low pass on it as well. Okay, so that's basically what I've got so far. I'm actually liking this new riff as an intro. Then we can build up and add on the bass part afterwards. So I feel like we could do that for a while. Then add on the hat and snare. Then we could add in the kicks. And what's this bit again? Oh, we could add that later on. That doesn't have to come in for a while. And this could continue. This could be the kind of the theme throughout. And I feel like it's a little bit too bassy. I need to carve out a bit of the low end. So let's just go on to, where have we gone? Audio effects, EQ8, which is here. I'm just going to scoop out a bit of the low end, just because it's a little bit too bassy for me. I think it might clash with the bass. So if you scoop it back there, let's hear this. That's nice, yeah. You can still hear the bass, but not too much back there. Okay, cool. Let's save this. Go for over an hour now. 6:30 AM and you're watching this. You are hardcore, my friend. Okay, right, let's have a listen. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to record this to the arrangement view, and then I'm going to add in a few effects and whooshes, because for me, it needs to have some kind of transition between the sections, and the easiest way to do that is to just add in a few whooshes. So let's start off with this, okay? I want to add a bit more reverb, like I did before it was too reverberated. Now I believe it's not reverberated enough, so let's just add on a cheeky little reverb. Actually, let's just send it to a bus. A bit easier. Okay. So I sent it to this reverb here with this dial. Anyone new to Ableton Live? Right, let's start it again. And let's go. So we've got this vibe going. Let's add the snare. On the end, yeah. There we go. Little sneaky little trick, put it on the end. I like that. It's quite discreet. A lot of people probably wouldn't notice that. You'd think it'd be on there. It's on the end, yeah, nice. Okay, ready? Let's add the kick. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That bass is killing the vibe. That bass needs to not come in for a long time. I think this kind of music is about creating a vibe, creating an atmosphere rather than just throwing it all in at once. It's all about arrangement for me. A lot of time it's just arrange, arrange, arrange. You get a load of ideas, delete most of it, pick one or two. Like before, if you go to the start of this video, if you're watching on replay, it sounded nothing like this at all. And now I've got this kind of like tropical, chill out, Latin-y house. Bit of house music, really. I want to add some bongos and percussion as well. I'll be doing that shortly. And it sounds so different from the kind of urban trip hop thing I was trying to get before. Just write and just do what works, discard what doesn't. It's like a Bruce Lee, the Jeet Kune Do, martial arts metaphor. Yeah, just do what works, flow like water and all that stuff. I need some kind of riff here. That's what I'm feeling. No. Now I'm just feeling that vibe. I feel like this kind of ruins it. Let's just move all this stuff down. I might come back to that bass line. I just feel like we've got that vibe built up. It's starting to sound nice, and then comes in. Nah, not good. So what I was feeling there was a kind of long, drawn out riff of just playing some of the triads of the chord. So let's just drag these down. Should check it's still working. I believe it is. Thanks to people watching, by the way. Let's just hopefully my CPU is anything I'm not using. Let's get rid of this one. Let's add it on and change it. I want to use minimal plugins as possible because the CPU is getting pretty high. But I think I can just about manage this one. So let's turn this on, monitor on. Let's get rid of this arpeggio as well. Octave up a bit. I want some kind of real drawn out sound. Let's try this one. Kind of. Obviously, I recommend going and making your own sounds. But if you just want to throw stuff together quickly like this, presets can help. Something like this, yeah. I want to go in and change all these sounds, but for the purpose of this, let's put something in. Stop all the clips. Do it again. Okay, so let's go from here. Okay, that's better. Get rid of these riffs. Don't want them. Nearly. In my head, I'm doing that. Try that. In my head, I want that last note, but it doesn't really fit with the chord. Right, let's just quantize this. And so that I'm playing an E flat. Yeah. And so that's on. Move this here. Start 0 0 from 1 here. There we go. Okay, and so on 3.2 and 3 between there. So that's playing a C, a B flat, and a G. Does kind of work. Oh, I could try a D. That'd be quite daring. Let's try a D. Okay, let's try it as a D. No. It works, but I could do that second time. This is a little bit like, yeah, bit cheery. Whoa. Okay. Let's drag this up. I could do it for now. I could always change it. I always end up saying that. That'll do for now. But it's kind of the curse of perfectionism. You can never really find exactly what you want. Is this Polly? Let's have a listen. Right, I'm going to try add a bit of a harmony here. Oop. So it's a G, it's not a B flat. Yeah, I'll try that. See what this sounds like. That works, yeah. So I'm in the key of C minor. Well, I'm starting on the G, so it's kind of a G mixolydian, kind of G minor mixolydian kind of vibe. So it's basically C minor, but starting on the G. If that makes any sense. Right, so make sure, let's put the flats in basically. So in G minor, you wouldn't have this G sharp, but in C minor, starting on the G, you would. So that's the kind of difference, really. Let's be lazy, copy it over, apart from the last note. Let's bang in a harmony really quick there. Okay, cool. And the last one is, what's it, G? Yeah, so B flat. Cool. Let's just check the stream. Thanks for everyone who's been watching, by the way. This is only my second live stream, so I was a bit nervous starting off with. But I feel like, well, I hope it's worked. And yeah, I've been going for over an hour now. This is mad. It really doesn't seem like that long at all. Let's just save this. CPU is doing all right. You'll realize if you do Serum, and especially if you're doing live streaming as well, your CPU, your computer power, it can struggle a little bit. So just be careful. You don't want to put too much. I don't think I'm going to put any more like effects on this while I'm doing the live stream, just so it doesn't go down. Let's hear this riff. Turn off monitor. Oh, there we go. I wasn't sure if that was the lag on the computer or if it was the note. Doesn't like that bit. Let's play it again. Right, yeah. I know by music theory that's going to work. The computer's struggling a little bit, so I might have to stop the live stream soon. But as soon as I stop playing it, it seems to work fine. So what we can do is let's duplicate the track, Command D. Okay, and then freeze this. So I've got this as a backup just in case I want to go back and tweak it a little bit. So it's just freezing right now. The reason I'm freezing the track is so it doesn't use like the synthesizer, doesn't use Siren, it freezes it. And then this other one I can convert to audio, and so it doesn't use all the Serum synth, which is the kind of thing you have to do when you're making like really big projects to stop it like overloading and crashing. If you ever use Logic Pro 10, you will get system overload, which is the worst thing ever. So let's freeze this one as well. No matter how fast your computer is on Logic Pro, you always get system overload. You always have to end up freezing tracks. Always get people asking, like, how do I make my Logic not crash? It's like, A, get a faster computer, or B, freeze tracks. It's kind of the pain. I've used like Mac Pros, like 16 cores or quad cores or whatever it is, the new one, and it's still, still gets system overload. Okay, so what you do now is flatten it, and then this converts, you'll see, to audio. Then we can play it around. I've got the freeze here just in case I want to go back, and that way the CPU is dropped. So it was on 81, now it's down to 63, so it should be a bit better. Right, so let's actually go through and just hear this arrangement, and I'm probably going to record it to the arrangement view soon, just because I need to sign off, because I'm actually filming a live event later for my man Gareth. So he's doing this talk, and I thought I'd help him out, and we're gonna make a really cool video out of it. And so that's what I'm doing this evening. But yeah, thank you again for all the people tuning in. I do appreciate this. I'm pretty new to live streaming, so hi Tony or Tonai, how you doing? Sorry if I pronounce people's names wrong as well. I'm very, very bad at naming any names that aren't extremely simple. Okay, let's have a listen to this whole thing. Right, I've decided I don't like that riff. Sounds awful. It's gone. Use your gut when you're making music. If you don't like something, you don't want to be hearing that every single time and just wishing you got rid of it. So that's gone. But I think for the purpose of this, it could do with a load of riffs. It could do with kind of more going on. But then I need to realize the reason I want to do this is for background music for a monologue, background music for someone talking. So really having loads of riffs and stuff going on isn't really appropriate. I should just remember what it's for. If this was music for me, I want to release as a record for my own personal music just to listen to, I probably would put loads of riffs and melodies. But as this is for someone talking over it, similar to like rap music, you don't put loads of melodies and stuff while someone's talking or rapping. Obviously I'm not a rapper, but if I'm talking, I don't really want too much going on. So I'm just going to leave it like this. Let's just have a listen up to here. Let's see what's going on. I believe it's the little breakdown here. I'll probably bring the snare back in. I want to add the hi-hats and the snare, but the first snare rhythm there. So let's just, it's quite easy to do. Just do it like that. There we go. Might be able to sneak that in. Let's have a listen. Should I put that in or not? Recolor this because it's slightly different, just so I know. See what this sounds like. It's a little bit out of tune, that riff, but I quite like it being out of tune. That works, that works. I might change it a little bit, but it works for the arrangement. See if we can sneak this bass in. Will the bass fit? Let's have a look. Will this transition work? Let's have a listen. So from this, will it work with this bass line? I think with some kind of trap, some kind of build up and crash, I can get that to work. Then this is kind of the groove. Then we're going to add this in. A little outro with this riff back in. Oh, I might try it in there. No. Okay, so this is the kind of vibe I got. I think this will be long enough for like a little video. Of course, you can always copy and paste and move stuff around like that. Thanks, Tono. Thank you for liking the sound. I think we're starting to get a bit of a vibe now. Before, it was kind of a little bit too messy, too much going on if you listened from the start. But now, I feel like it's a bit more spacious, a bit more of a vibe. And it allows space for someone to talk during a video, really. It's kind of the whole vibe. Okay, let's save this. Let's just play it from the start. It's kind of a little bit too out of tune. Let's try and tune this in a little bit more. Sub. Noise. LFO the noise, perhaps? That's quite cool, just in the background if you can hear it. Try a triplet. Nah, 16th. Let's try it on the pan as well. Actually, let's remove all modulation. Try LFO1 on the pan. Okay, cool. I'm still not happy with that snare sound. Okay, it's better. Let's add some kicks. Sounds better. If you've got headphones on, you can hear that pan-in noise oscillator from Serum, which I think works. I feel like I'm getting into the songwriting process now. It's taken me an hour and a half to get into this, but I feel a bit more relaxed. And I feel like stuff I'm writing seems to make a bit more sense now. At the start, it's a little bit too mechanical. I feel like it's a bit more, creating a bit more of a vibe now. Still loads we can do in automation. I love this and on the 4. Oh, it's, yeah. Just to put people on the toes a little bit. So a lot of people will be like, just comes they won't realise, they just think, oh, it sounds slightly different. Right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we get rid of the and on the 4, make it a bit straighter. So people dancing or feeling the dance in their brain will get more of a rigid beat. That needs a lot of work. Let's go into this riff. There we go. All right, there we go. So add on the EQ, it seems a little... Let's put the EQ before this actually. A little bassy. Maybe add up the octave. Turn the filter on. Kind of clashes with the chord. That's better. Let's stick this in the pan. Oh, use the right one. Okay, cool. I think we're getting a bit of a vibe now. One, two, three, four. Oh, get rid of the hats there. See what that sounds like. Yeah. And add the hats there. Too many hats. Snares. Then we're bringing it back in. Ready? No, not that one. Like that, I think will do for now. Little arrangement. So let's actually record this to the arrangement, and then I'm going to add in a few whooshes and sound effects like that. So make sure all the clips are stopped. Let's hit record, and off we go. Lagging a little bit, but it'll be alright. One, two, three, four. Okay, cool. I think that worked. That'll do, I think. Let's hit tab button, go over, hit this little orange button here, and then we can see what we did. Then it should play. Yeah, and that's pretty much how I make tracks. Just make a load of ideas, write those little bits, whack it into this arrangement thing. We've kind of got two sections here and it blends in between them there, which I think works. We'll need some kind of whooshes and stuff. So let's use this audio track and let's go on to effects. Yeah! See if this works. Of course, there's loads more we can do, but something like this. Oh, if I put it in the right place. Back there. Turn it down a bit. More cowbell. Okay, Skillshare Media. Yeah, I have seen the Will Ferrell the Will Ferrell joke on that. But to be fair, cowbell probably would work on this because I want to create that kind of Latin-y house feeling. Cowbell probably would work. So thanks for the input. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not, but thanks for watching anyway. Let's try my old favourite trick. Get in here, reverse it. Where are you going there? And then zoom in a bit. And so it's one little beat. Almost. So it's there, and then play it. So it's shh. That works. Don't know if the tuning's quite right. Right, let's just put these in as kind of a template. Then basically where there's a new section we can add it in. Kind of the easiest way of doing it. Let's hear this. Just hearing some percussion there in my head. Some kind of shaker would work. And more of a build up here. I kind of visualize stuff in my head before I do it a lot of the time, especially with arrangement. So I could add a little egg shaker and a longer riser. That wasn't needed. Right, let's find a shaker, and I'm just feeling a shaker. I'm going to start using audio because of my CPU. Okay, it's on 75%. Anyone who uses any digital audio workstation or video producing software, live streaming, you have to be really careful on your CPU. Like, I've got a pretty fast broadband here, and my laptop's pretty new and fast, but still CPU for this kind of stuff. If you want to be using the cool stuff, the new stuff, CPU, yeah. Let's use the loops actually. it loops here. This could work. Nah. I just want to find a bit of this and just drag it out. I think it was there I was hearing it. So. Where have you got? There you go. So literally just that little shake I was feeling. Drag it over. There, yeah. It's a little bit too high-endy. So let's just add on an audio effect. EQ 8. Take out a bit of the high end. Because to me it's just not you. Where are you going? This one. It's a little bit too bright. That's nice. Take out all the low as well. Just... Oh. That one. I think that's starting to sound more like I've got on my head. A lot of time it's just trying to get whatever's in your head onto the laptop screen is the hardest part. Add a bit of reverb, bit of delay. By the way, I'm just sending this to the A and B here for the auxiliaries. Make it wetter, that's nice. And turn the volume down. There's a bit of space on... there we go. I think that's nice, yeah. Leave it running to there. Okay. It kind of locks in with that noise that's going on. Well, technically these headphones are meant to be the other way around. So going on the right is the noise and on the left is the shaker. So I think it adds to it really, personally. Still a bit too loud. So Benjamin just left a comment saying, how can I contact you? And the best way to contact me is through my Electra music production group. So if you go on Facebook and you type in Electra, ELECTRA music production, I've got a Facebook group on there. Ask to join that as long as you're not a member of over 100 groups, because I think you're a spammer if you are. Just join that and you can talk to me, and there's loads of other producers on there, and a lot of these guys are really awesome and they contribute a lot. And this is basically a discussion where we chat about music production. If you've got any comments or questions about just your songwriting or your music production, or for a chit chat, join that. It's not a place for spamming. It's not a place for posting your tracks unless you want some constructive feedback. But yeah, the best way is Electra Music Production Group, or you can email me, Tomas at thomasgeorge.com. Tomas spelled Tomas. So sound Scarpa, I'm having some problem with my tracks. If you join Electra Music Production Group and you post the question in there, either me or one of the other guys there will have a look. I'll just type this in the chat now. Music Production Facebook group. That's the group that I'm the admin for. And just post in there and I'll have a quick look through, or one of the other guys in there will have a look through for you. As long as it's not super in detailed. I'll have a quick look. Should be fine. Anyway, let's get back to the track. Thanks everyone for watching, by the way. I really appreciate it. And Free Skillshare Media is loving the chit chat. Trap song, please. I had a go at a bit of trap at the start, but it kind of morphed into this more kind of house tune. I guess it's just yeah, whatever you're feeling at the moment is the kind of thing you want to be doing. Like if I try and force something out, I won't enjoy it, and you'll be able to hear it in my music. It just sounds really rigid and forced. If I kind of make something, or same with you, I recommend just make stuff that you enjoy, that you're passionate about, and that'll come out in your music and your writing. It sounds a lot more fluid than anything that's kind of forced. So let's continue listening to this. I've got the shaker in now. Yeah. Bring it back about here. I'm feeling. I need some kind of whoosh there for sure. For sure. Okay. So let's try that. We've got the shaker going. I did some of the drums there. It just sounds a little repetitive, but if we where the drums gone, here we go. Let's see what this sounds like. There we go. Do the same trick here, but with a hats and snare. Adding the whoosh again. Classic trick. That goes on too long at the end. I'll be like, come on. Right, so let's get rid of that one. I think this is kind of the vibe I was after for this purpose of this, and it's about 4 minutes long, so you could always loop it, repeat it, loads of stuff. So thanks again for everyone who's watching right now. If you're watching on the replay or if you're watching on the live stream. Thanks, Tony. Appreciate you liking this. Yeah, if people are enjoying this kind of vibe, let me know and I'll continue just film. I'm going to be making this music anyway for my own videos, so I can just turn the camera on and live stream it if it's something that might help you out, you're interested in. So let's have a listen to this. There's still like tuning issues. I do want to tune that bell a little bit, but for now I think it's fine. Thanks for joining the Facebook group, by the way, guys. Feel free to post in there if you've got any questions, or if you just want to chat about music production with me or the other people on there. There's over 1,000 group members at the moment. There's something weird there where I'll stop it. What is it? Beep. There's that sound. What is it? Is it this? Riser? Yeah. Right, so. Maybe I could cut it shorter and drag it to there. Let's see if this gets rid of it. Same with this one. I don't like that. I feel like if I use this and I add on a crash symbol, this will kind of solve the problem I'm getting here. So let's get rid of these. Add on this. Okay. Because it just kind of puts me off that. A lot of people might not notice it, but it's more for my own personal satisfaction. If there's something that I really dislike, I got to delete it. Got to get rid of it. Can't keep it there. I think it's good to get in the habit of deleting stuff. I used to just want to keep parts, just always have it. No, I can't. I kind of like something you kind of like. Just delete it. At the end of the day, you can just write it again. It's not that difficult. And okay, oh, this one. Let's get rid of that. Might as well add a riser as well. Over here somewhere. Was it there? I think. Okay, and then I want to add a crash. I think a crash would be nice. So let's just create a new audio. Oh, not MIDI. Command Z. Create new audio track. I really need to learn these shortcuts. It's so easy, just Command T. But I always get muddled up with the different DAWs. And now the video editing software, I use video editing software. I get muddled up with that as well. Right, so let's find some nice cymbals. And then I'm probably going to call it a day because I'm filming this conference talk with Gareth Emerson in a couple of hours. So I need to get ready for that, pack my bag ready for that. And then it should be good fun. It's always good to get involved with people who you respect or really like their work. So I really like the kind of stuff he does. Normally I don't get involved in too many projects with other people, but when it's someone that I really get on with, or someone that I really like their work or the community they're trying to build, I don't mind helping out, and I think it'd be good fun as well. As long as you enjoy it, it's not work, it's fun. So I'm not working, I'm having a laugh, having fun, playing with some camera gear, hanging out with some friends. So it's always a added bonus. Right, let's find some cymbals. Yeah. Yeah, I'm liking that. Okay. So now I'm just going to add this cymbal. Oh, I forgot about you. Over here, just to kind of make the crash a bit more hard hitting and sound more like a traditional crash. Because, yeah, you want to... That's what people... If I said, say, make a noise of a crash, they'll go... Because that's traditionally what I've been brought up. Well, I have listened to a lot of rock music and that kind of stuff. And it's nice to still get a bit of an organic vibe in your music. One thing I haven't done, which I normally do to my tracks, is I just change the timing slightly. So I just go in, I'll change the snares ever so slightly out of time. Same with the bass lines, same with a lot of the synth, just to add a bit more of a natural rhythm and feel, because at the moment it's very kind of robotic. Of course, it's electronic music. It's meant to sound like it's done on a computer, but at the same time I still want to give it a bit of a vibe and a bit of a feel. So let's just hear what this sounds like with the crash added in. I'm going to turn it down. Yeah. And we can always, why not, go on, might as well reverse this as well. It's one of my favorite things. Add it in there. I love a bit of the old reverse cymbal. Make it a bit smaller. I like that little gap as well. It's kind of a... Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so let's add this in. I think that's about right. There we go. The reverse feature in Ableton Live is so awesome. Reverse and warping. I haven't really warped that much. Basically, it just allows you to quantize the rhythms and the timing. There's still so much I could do with automation. Like the cool thing, let's just do a little bit actually. Where's that main synth here? So let's go into this synth. Here you are. And let's just, probably the filter cutoff. So I've clicked the filter cutoff, and now when I go in automation, the filter cutoff automatically there. Boom, easy. So let's just drag it up a little bit. Drag it down here. Let's see here what this sounds like. And now I want to automate the noise volume, because throughout I don't really want the noise going on, but I do want it now and again. So let's open up Serum. Okay, that's noise volume there. And now I can just automate the noise volume. So maybe at the start I could have it off, then we can build it up. Like that. Then build it in. Can you hear? Now it's coming in. Can you hear it? That's nice. Just nice and subtle, so it's not too hard hitting. There. There's so much stuff we can do with automation. Turn the hi-hats down a little bit. Maybe tune them up slightly. No, I like it as it was actually. Yeah. Then the noise volume down here. Let's add it in. I'm going to leave the noise here. Let's make a bit of fluctuation in the automation. Same with the volume of this. I want a bit of a fluctuation here as well. There. On the ends. What on earth was that? Right. Symbols in the wrong place. Symbol doesn't need to be there. Okay, cool. Starting to fill it now. I feel like I'm in the zone now for writing. It's taken me 2 hours to get into it, but it's kind of what I do when I write music. The first hour or so is just messing around, trying to get myself in that creative flow state. What was it doing? The noise. I'll leave it there. Whoa, not track panning. Come on. Track volume. So it sounds like a DJ blending in different tracks. Kind of vibe I'm after. And I want to stop the kick drums there. This is kind of the bass's part to shine, so let's turn it up a bit. Yeah. This is the big bass drop. Let's add some kind of effects there. I'm gonna have to call it a day soon. So I'm feeling some nice little effects. I'm using loops here. Normally I like to kind of make my own found sounds, manipulate and warp them. If you do want to learn how to do that, make sure you check out my workshop, Beyond the Music Workshop, thomasgeorge.com/workshop, where I tell you about recording found sounds, sampling and reamping. A bit of my sales plug there, but it is free to join. It's not going to cost you anything. I just put it together because it's something that I've been exploring for a while, and I just thought I'd just record it and put it out there so other people can create their own sounds. I'm kind of fed up with people just using presets, being a bit of a contradiction here because I'm using presets, but if it's my own tracks and I did want to take it seriously, I would try and explore and create some more unique sounds. But for now, just for this purpose, let's just use some loops, because I will have to kind of rewire my audio interface to do that. It's quite difficult to do that whilst live streaming. Right, so let's find some effects. I feel like there should be some kind of effect. Oh, I like that. I like that. It's a little bit noisy, but let's try that. No. This is very light. Whoa, shh. Let's just turn the master down just so I don't deafen you with this. Something like that. Just that bit. There again. Let's add a bit of let's just use this here, delay and reverb. Easy peasy. No, just there. Might bring it back. Change the pitching of the second one. Just a tiny bit up, just add a bit of variation. I'm going to colour this slightly different. Whoa, what are you doing? There you go. Then just drag this over. Just a bit of, doesn't have to really be in tune, this, just for a bit of bit of fun. And when you drag stuff over, remember to hold down Alt. Whoa, that's cool, the orange stripes. Yeah, let's hear this. I think it's going to add a little bit of variation. Okay, let's just hear this. Oh, I know what to do. Let's do this. Let's get a track pan and just yeah, go between the panning. Let's be a bit lazy here and just do it twice and copy and paste it. Okay, it's nice, I think. Now we have that swoop in pan effect, which I think will sound pretty cool. Yeah. The delay swoops one time and doesn't swoop the second time. Bit more variation. Just once there. Just to trick you, you think, oh, it's coming back. No, it's not. Yeah. Something there I don't like. I'm going to take out the snare there. Where's the snare? Snare and hats. Okay. Try this. So this is slightly different. Just add a bit of variation. Playing that. There as well, taking those shakers out. Oh, I'm going to have to add the whoa, 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 whoa there, just for fun. Back here. Let's automate the delay as well. Put it there. I want it so when the snare hits, it finishes and delays. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so this is what I've got so far. I think this is pretty cool. So it starts here. Let's just put this in the right place. Obviously it starts here. Added a bit of automation. If I had a bit more time, I'd automate a lot more. Mix it a lot more, try and sculpt out the EQ, sculpt out the sound. But I hope you find this useful. I think I can use this for one of my YouTube videos. Boom, back there. In total, it's 4 minutes-ish, which I think is cool. Let's just look at the master volume, because I've turned it down just for this. zoom it in. So we've got plenty of headroom. Let's go to when the bass kicks in. That's probably the loudest part. Okay, I think that'll do. So we've obviously got two parts. We've got the part here with that kind of bell thing, and then we've got the bass. It's kind of split into two sections, but it's very similar at the same time. So let's just select this file, export. Let's call this vlog. Time vlog 2. Okay, cool. It already knows. So it's great. Thanks again for everyone for watching. I hope you found it useful. I'm going to shoot off now and record this live event, which should be good fun. Like I said, if anyone wants to ask me any questions, the best way is to join my Facebook group at the moment, which is Electra Music Production. So if you just sign up to that, if you haven't got more than 100, if you're not in more than 100 Facebook groups, I'll accept you. If you're in like a million different Facebook groups, I won't accept you because I just presume you're a spammer. It's just a place for sharing ideas. At the moment, it's quite a small group. Well, smallish. We've got about 1,000 members. I don't really want too many people in, because if we have too many people, it's just going to become spam city. And it's not a place to spam left, right and centre. It's a place to share ideas and grow as a community. And hopefully we can all get better at music production and just have fun. Yeah, I've met a few people off the group before, like Christopher Carvalho is a friend of mine now. So it is good for networking and knowing other people who are into similar kind of stuff to you. And great also just for getting feedback and some new ideas for your music. Yeah, thanks again for watching. I hope you found this useful. Let me know in the comments below if you're watching this on the replay. If you think, oh, this is so bad, Tom, why are you wasting your time doing this? Please let me know. If you think this is awesome, give it a thumbs up. This is just the kind of stuff I like to do for fun, really, like make some music for my tracks. And I thought I'd just film it just so you can know the kind of stuff that I'm doing. But yeah, hopefully this bounce will be done in a minute and this track will be near enough, good enough. I might go in and do a mixing session. So my plan is to make a few more episodes, so a few more videos like this where I just live stream some ideas, and then I'll spend one of them just fine-tuning the mix and probably mastering as well. I know a lot of people want to know about mastering, so I'll probably do that as well. But yeah, let me know about your feedback. Let me know what you think. And thank you again for watching. And I'll hopefully put another one out soon. Just keep checking back, and I'll catch you next time.